the strength that breaks nothing. There exists a level of mental and physical resilience that makes a person look untouchable. Not loud, not aggressive, just unshakable. Today you'll learn how one man reached that state centuries ago, and how the same process can still be used now. You've probably encountered someone like this. They don't hesitate. They don't negotiate with themselves. They don't collapse when pressure arrives. While others explain, justify, delay, or quit, this person moves forward. And people always have explanations. They're just lucky. They were born that way. They had connections. What no one likes to admit is this: that level of strength demands a cost most people refuse to pay. And yet, they still judge those who stand firm in the storm. 400 years ago in Japan, there was a man who understood this cost better than anyone. He fought over 60 duels. He began at 13. He never lost. You already know his name: Miyamoto Musashi. He wasn't the biggest, he wasn't the fastest, but he built something no opponent could crack. A mind without hesitation, and a body without retreat. Before his death, he wrote down everything he learned. Not poetry, not philosophy, a manual. That book, the Book of 5 Rings, is not about inspiration, it's about removal. Musashi didn't grow powerful by adding more. He became invincible by stripping everything unnecessary away. Chapter 1. The Breakpoint. This story begins with a man named Lucas, 32 years old, engineer, married, 2 children, a normal life, and a quiet problem. Lucas was weak, not in appearance, but in execution. He planned workouts that never happened. He started diets that collapsed mid-week. He set alarms he never respected. Every promise followed the same pattern. Strong intention, no follow-through. At work, pressure froze him. At home, difficult conversations were postponed. Responsibility was quietly avoided. Until one morning, in a meeting, his body betrayed him. Heart racing, vision narrowing, hands shaking. A panic attack, right in front of his boss. Medical tests showed nothing wrong. The doctor gave him a sentence that changed everything. Your nervous system reacts to discomfort as if it were danger. It's untrained. Lucas went home and started searching, not for motivation, but for mastery. That's when he found Musashi. Chapter 2. Removing Dependence. One line from the book stood out: do not rely on a preferred tool. It made no sense at first. How could strength exist without structure? Then the meaning became clear. If discipline depends on conditions, it isn't discipline, it's convenience. Musashi trained with whatever was available: wooden swords, steel swords, 2 blades, 1 blade, no blade, rain, heat, cold, exhaustion. Because the enemy doesn't wait for ideal circumstances, Lucas saw himself clearly: productive only at the office, healthy only if meals were prepared, focused only if rested. So he started small: push-ups. No gym, no schedule, no excuse. 20 a day, anywhere, any condition. Week 3, his body hurt. Week 4, he got sick. Previously, that would have been the end. This time, the rule changed. Never 0. 5 push-ups still counted, 10 when possible. But never nothing. The dependency was gone. Chapter 3. The Unmoving Mind. 40 days in, Lucas was physically stronger, but mentally unstable. Anxiety still ruled him. Musashi considered mental stillness more important than technique. He called it the ordinary mind, a mind that doesn't change under pressure. Tea or battle, the same state. Lucas began practicing observation. No fighting emotions, no suppression, just noticing. Heartbeat, breath, tension. The first success came during a confrontation at work. His boss raised his voice. Lucas felt the fear, but didn't obey it. He spoke clearly. The reaction never came. That was the moment he understood. Fear loses power when it's observed, not followed. Neuroscience confirms this. Non-reaction rewires the brain's threat system. Chapter 4. The Body as Foundation. A calm mind inside a weak body collapses. Musashi trained relentlessly because physical limits create mental ones. Lucas tested this truth. 100 push-ups. Every day. 30 days. Day 1 was brutal. Day 10, painful. Day 30, effortless. What changed wasn't strength, it was belief. Once your body proves it can endure, the mind stops negotiating. Chapter 5. Awareness that remains. Musashi warned against relaxation after victory. Awareness must persist. Lucas practiced presence after action, standing still after training, reflecting after meetings. Learning stopped being lost. Growth accelerated. People noticed. Chapter 6. Stillness under loss. Day 105. Layoff notice. Old Lucas would have spiraled. This time, nothing. Shock registered. Reaction never followed. He asked practical questions, returned to work. That calm wasn't denial. It was depth. Within weeks, he secured better opportunities. Pressure revealed preparation. Chapter 7. No weak points. Musashi taught, don't aim to win, aim to avoid loss. Lucas stopped trying to impress. He became reliable. No errors, no drama, no excuses. Reliability outperformed brilliance. Chapter 8. Abandoning the self. The final barrier was fear of losing progress. Musashi's answer was radical. Detach from outcome. Lucas stopped counting days, stopped celebrating milestones, stopped seeking validation. Practice became identity. Nothing fragile remains when nothing is owned. Chapter 9. The State Beyond Discipline. A year later, discipline no longer existed. There was only alignment. No effort, no struggle, just action. Musashi called this unity. You don't train, you are training. You don't seek strength, you remove weakness. Musashi died with nothing, except mastery over himself. His final words reflected that. No regret. The question isn't how he did it. The question is why you haven't started. The knowledge exists, the time exists, the potential exists. Only comfort stands in the way. So decide. What will you remove first? Because the kind of strength that unsettles others is the only kind that lasts.